Okay, this is a quick tutorial just kind of give you an overview of how WordPress works. So this is a fresh installation of WordPress, just with a basic theme that comes with it. And WordPress, it's basically it's a blog PHP script you install on your server, or you can sign up at WordPress.com and get a free place to have your stuff hosted. You won't be able to add any plugins. Plugins, I'll kind of explain to you what plugins are. They're a magical thing that basically anything you want your WordPress blog to do, it'll do. Like this is a basic theme, but here's like over here. This is a more advanced theme. As soon as my internet goes there, come on. There we go. And this is a more advanced theme. So, and this is all widget based. So if you don't know what widgets are, basically they're little boxes you can drag and drop around. Like this right here is one big widget that gives. I have a widget area on this blog for my front page, and this is my blog roll. So anything that we do a blog on rolls here. This right here is another widget where I have a fan sign up. This right here is another widget, which is a text widget I dropped a YouTube video in. This over here is another widget that has our photo gallery scrolling through, and if you click on it, the photo gallery will pop up, which the photo gallery is a plugin. It doesn't actually come stock in WordPress. You have to actually add the plugin. And then like this is my Facebook widget, so it shows a lot of the activities going on our Facebook fan page. And then this is another plugin that causes this thing to scroll. So if I wanted to keep scrolling through it, it'll keep scrolling through. And so this is a more advanced theme, and I'll show you the backboard of that after I show you the backboard of the basic one, the admin panel, I'm sorry. So to log in, you can't see this, but if I go up here and type in /wp.admin and click enter, it's going to take me to this nice little login page. So I'm going to log into my administration panel. Just kind of like Facebook, you can add pages, you can post new blog posts. So this is off of just a fresh installation. This is what it looks like. There's no plugins or anything like that in this installation. The only plugin that I have in here is Jetpack, which is kind of comes standard in WordPress, which is a great plugin. It gives you a lot of options for like social sharing, and people can comment on your blog as long as you're logged into Facebook, and they'll actually sign up and subscribe to your blog through their Facebook, which is a cool little plugin, but I'm not really going to show you that now. I'm going to show you the basics of like when you're adding pages or you're writing a post. So if say you're going to blog, that's what posts are. So to write a post, you just go to post, click add new post. It's the same thing with pages too, and I'll show you how to do that and how it works as far as showing up on your navigation. But this is just going to go into my blog roll. So what I would do here is I would just type in basic, like I'm a test post, and this is the same thing as far as making a new page too. It just goes off of what your theme's template is, and this is just adding the text and the photos. So in visual, it's just like writing an email. Basically, you have all your little bolds, you have your header text and that kind of stuff, unless you can underline it, change the color, paste it in from either text, or you can paste it in from Microsoft Word. You can add links, all that kind of stuff. Or if you have an HTML code, like say a YouTube video or something like that, you click on text and you'd paste it in there. But right now we're just going to do a quick basic post. So if I was to just type in a bunch of garbage, and I could highlight that garbage, and I could either change the header line. Now the header line is whatever your theme's headers are set up as, so that would be the font or the color or whatever like that. It'll automatically choose that header that your CSS file is selected as. So even though this one it looks bigger, when you're in your CSS file, if it's actually a smaller font and a different color or bold or whatever, it'll automatically do that. So you have like most themes have like 6 headers, and you can choose from. And when you're installing your theme, it kind of shows you what those headers will look like before you actually do it. So I'm just going to leave this alone though. I'm going to just highlight this and just I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to bold it and I'm going to change the color. So you can change the color by just clicking there and boom. So I just change the color with that to orange. And I'm going to add some media. So if I click on add media, media would be like photos or music or whatever. So I'm going to click here and add a photo. I don't have anything uploaded here, so I'm going to click select. And I'm going to go over here and just grab, say, this little tiny arrow, but whatever media you're going to upload. Then after you upload it, it gives you an option, and you can select this option too by just clicking on the photo after it's already there. But since I'm here, this is where I would actually do a little bit of SEO manipulation, which is search engine optimization. Like I'd give it a title, like whatever my keyword would be. Like say if I'm doing I want to do viral video. That's my search term. So I would actually tag this because no one's going to see this except for the search engine spiders. So I'd be like viral video. Let's say promo. And then if you put a caption on it, it's going to put a little box around there, and people will see this caption. So if I just make a caption of like say test, you'll see what I'm talking about. Not that. Alt text, you want to put that in the same, whatever your key phrase is that you're trying to rank for, you want to put that there in the alt text. And then down here, it's going to give you the option to where you want to align it at. So if you want to align it none, it's just going to go right in the center. I mean, right at the top, but with no words around it. You can also align it so that text wraps around it to the right, or you can have the photo go right smack in the center with no text surrounding it. Or you can go photo line to the left. I'm going to go photo line to the left. You can also access this option by clicking on the photo after it's already installed, and I'll show you that. If you want to give it a link to something, like right now it's just linking to the photo, you can link it to another website, a media file, a custom URL, or none. And I'm going to click none. It's asking me what size. So it's a small photo, so it's not going to give me a lot of sizes, but it'll actually resize it for you, which you can also do that, and I'll show you in a second. So I'm just going to leave it full size, and I'm going to click Insert to Post. So there. And so you can see that test, that's where I put the description at. And when I save this, you're going to see a little box around this area. Let's say if I don't want this over here. Say I wanted it over on this side. What I'd do is I'd click on this, and you'd see a little box come up. I can either delete it, or I can click on the photo, and it takes me over here, and I can actually go back through and change the title again, or the alt text, or I can add a link, or I can change it from I just want none, or I can change it to maybe on the left side, or I can change it to the center, which would look like this, or I can change it to the right side. So I'm going to change it to the right side and click update. So there. So I'm going to click, go down here. I don't have the all-in-one SEO plugin in, otherwise you would see it. Featured image, if your blog actually allows, like, say on this one, I go back home, like this as a blog roll. And see these little images right here? These are featured images. So if your theme actually allows for them to show like little icons or whatever in a featured image, that's where you'd add the featured image. And then you'd add your tags, so like your keywords that you want to come up the search engine, and then you click on categories. So if people are like looking through your blog and like say you have like 5 or 6 categories of, like, say maybe you have a dog grooming category, and you have a, so if people are at your blog and they want to know more information about dog grooming, they can just click on that category and see all the posts you have for that particular category. I'm going to leave this blank though, just click publish, you can just kind of get an idea. My internet's really slow right now, so okay, just publish it. I want to click view this post, go over here and click view this post. And there's my post with the little boxes. Like I said, this is a basic theme, so it's not going to look that great, but I'm just kind of showing you how it works. So say if I can also, now that I'm logged in, you'll see this other control bar up here, so I can just edit this page from here if I want. Or if I want to add a new page, right now all I have is a sample page. I can actually click new. I want a new post, I want a new page, so I go over here and new page. I can either do it here, or I could also go to page and add new. So I'm going to add a new page, and So right now it's a test page, and I'm not going to add any. Not going to add any photos because I already showed you how to do that. Now, if I wanted this to just show up my navigation, because I'm not building a custom menu, that's a whole different little thing. You can actually build a custom menu too, depending on your theme. But right now, whatever I post up here is going to come into my on my navigation. So if I left this as no parent on the navigation where it said sample page, it'll have another navigation tab that says test page, or whatever you name this here. And with plugins, you can actually also change that. So you can have this say something completely different than what the page is going to say, but that's a whole different tutorial, so I'm just going to show you this. But say if I didn't want this to be on my top navigation, if I wanted it to come underneath another page, so like if you scroll over something, it actually drops down like this. So say I'm going to do that right now. I would just go out here and you pull down, you see all the other pages you have. The only pages we have is sample page. So I want this page to drop underneath my sample page, so I would actually click here. And now when I publish that, it's going to drop down underneath my sample page. So if I go back to the home, the internet is going really slow. And see, I only have one page, but if I go over that, it drops down. And depending on what your theme looks like, this is going to look different. So if I come over here, like say to Fans Jimmy Century, I don't know if I have any drop down pages, but let's see. Oh, there we go, my about. So I have one that says press. So depending on what that theme is going to look like is what that would look like. And so that is like a basic, in WordPress. So like when we start adding plugins, like this theme does, right, I just installed this theme, so it does nothing special, but you can add as many plugins as you want. And themes, so say if I want to change the look of my website, I would actually just go over here, and I can either buy a theme or create my own theme or whatever, or if these are themes that come standard in WordPress when you install it. They also have themes like that you can just search for that are free on the web. So if I just typed in here and I wanted something that was say something that had to do with music, I could see what WordPress finds for music. Now, there's tons of themes all over the internet, but this is all that WordPress is coming out, where they actually put the term music in. But if I want to, I can also go to featured and check out what they have. Most of these themes are pretty, and usually after you install them, it's only half the function that they usually have until you buy the actual theme. But like say if I like this theme right here and I wanted to use this theme, I could just click install this theme. And I'm going to say activate. Now this theme actually, there's a lot of customizations you can do to it. That's just from in the back of your administration panel. I can change the color. Actually, no, that's not the right place. I guess this one's not. A lot of times you'll see stuff over here, like if I go in Fans Jimmy Century, this is a pretty intense theme. And actually all this stuff over here, calendar, lyrics, gallery, album, members, is all part of that theme that I installed. And I added a few plugins to make it do a few other things, and I can change up the background. These are all SEO plugins, lead page, like squeeze pages, and that kind of stuff. So this is a completely different monster than this basic theme over here is. But if I click on this now, this is basically what that new theme is going to look like until I set up the, even though it looked different in the picture, because it has a scroll wheel and stuff, I have to actually set that all up. So, and then widgets, like these right down here is an all widget based theme. So if I click over to widgets, I could actually Like here's my, this is the one sidebar, and I guess make sure I come over here. So if I actually, I'm on Fans of Jimmy Century now. So if I go over here to Appearance and Widgets, this one's a widget-based theme. The other one's not so much. Oh, come on. So you can see, like, this is my primary widget area, which comes up like in the blog roll and that kind of stuff. This is my index page, so my front page. So anything you see on the front page, this is the left side. So you can see here's my news feed that shows that blog roll. Here's my center page, which is my fan list and my event updates, and then my my social media icons. And here's the right side of the page, where I have the video widget, the gallery widget, and the Facebook widget. So if I go back over to the front, you're going to see all those. Those are all coming up here. The first widget was the news feed. Second widget was the email and the event updates. Right now I don't have any events going on. The third widget was the video, the photo gallery, and Facebook. And if I wanted to add something else into one of those widgets, all I would do is find the widget I wanted. If I wanted to add like a text box, they actually have text box widgets right here too that you can just put there and you can add like HTML code for a banner or like an AdSense banner or anything that you want for HTML, or you can just type in it and it does that. But they also have a bunch of pre-made widgets. So if I wanted like my Twitter to show up, like my Twitter, I would just grab that and just drag it over to wherever widget I wanted it at and place it there. And now it's there. I have to fill out a few things on some of these widgets as far as height and that kind of stuff, but I actually don't want to do this, so I'm actually going to go delete. I'm just going to delete that widget off my widget area. And as soon as my internet picks up. So those are how widgets work. So I mean, actually, with WordPress, I mean, it's fully customizable, whatever you want. But if you're building your own themes, so like say if you built your own theme from scratch, anytime that WordPress updates, you're going to have to update your theme to match WordPress. If you buy a theme and then just manipulate it, like say this theme, I can go in and I can actually, even if the theme inside my admin panel doesn't let me, I can actually go in and open up the editor here, but I wouldn't do it actually here. But I go over here and I could actually edit any code in this theme. So if I wanted to edit the color or whatever, or the background image, I could do that all from just clicking here and editing the code. Or like in this thing, if I wanted to edit the background, I would actually just go over here, and it gives me a whole layout section. As soon as my internet gets there. This is the Fans of Jimmy Century one, and where I can actually go through and change the color, and if I want the song to autoplay, and the font, and the messages, and the social media, and pretty much anything I want to do, I can edit from just in here. Pretty much. I mean, there's some coding that if I want it to really pop, that I do, but all in all, that's basically how it works. But anytime, like if I wanted to add a new page in this theme, I would just go up here to Add New, and then Page. But I do have a custom menu. And that's actually a whole different thing. You have to actually do down here in Appearance and Menus. And I actually built my custom menu out of here. You can have as many menus as you want, which is a whole different engine. But you can actually just, just highlight whatever. If you want, say, if you wanted to post, because actually on my menu I wanted some posts to show up on the menu area, like blog. I want it actually to be a certain category, so that's why I built this whole menu on my own. But then I can just click on whatever page, or if I want to post, or if I want a calendar date to show up on my menu, I can actually just say if I wanted the video shoot from that category, I can just click Add to Menu, and it's going to end up right here. And then all I have to do from here is I don't want it to come after contacts. Say maybe I want it to come after like drop down from press. So I'd actually just go here and drag this over here and put it press. So now when I go over about, it's going to show press and this one. And if I wanted it to go where the about was, and then it drops down to press, and then it actually folds out to this one, then I'd actually take it and move it over another one, and now it would drop down to press, and when you scroll over press, you'd have another navigation bar out here. And if I didn't want it to say all this big writing, I could just click on here, and I could change the name of that navigation label to whatever I wanted to change it to. But I'm going to remove this because I don't want that to actually happen. So that's how kind of WordPress works. I mean, after you get a theme, it's pretty much just easy. I mean, you want to add a page or edit a page. So if I click on here, I can leave here at any point in time. And as soon as and I can see all the pages we have here, and I can just click on edit and edit the text. So if I wanted to edit, say I want to edit this thank you page, which is after they signed up on their email list, I would just click on edit, and then it'd take me here, and I could actually go through and edit anything I wanted to. You know, change the text, add a picture. Just click on media. You know, go to library. And say I'll add that picture. Fill out my SEO stuff here. I want it to go to the right, and I'll click insert, and eventually it will insert when the internet decides to do it. And so if I want to resize it, just click back on the picture, and I could go over to advanced and actually customize that size. So I actually want it to be 300 by, oops, not, I want it to be 300 by 300. Update. There you go. I click update this. I would save that change. And then, because this theme, I actually do have all my SEO stuff plugged in, and I can change the name of the. So down here, this is what Google will see. So if I wanted certain key phrases and titles to show up that's not matching the page, I would just type it here, and it would change it here. So if whatever I typed here, that's going to change what Google sees. So and it's going to tell me if it's SEO'd or not, and it's not. So I'm just messing around here. And media tags, separated by commas, of course. And that did all my SEO stuff, plus you have the page analyzing and that kind of stuff. I want to add a featured image, I'd add it there. And then I can either make this secure post, set up a password. I can make it go off a different navigation bar, or the template. This one I have set as full width, but if I wanted it to have, say, just a blank template, I could do that. If I wanted the calendar, this thing has a calendar template where it shows a calendar on it. It has a driving directions template where it will actually show them driving directions. A Facebook page template, which is a completely different story. Video, which will actually show all of our videos on it, because it's set up that way, depending on if your theme has those templates, or you can create templates and put them in there. But that's how WordPress works. I mean, it's just like after you build it, you can add as many pages as you want, as often as you want. You can edit your pages as often as you want. You can post as often as you want. You make galleries as often as you want, because after it's done, it just keeps. You can just keep adding and adding and adding to it. All right. So hopefully that gives you kind of an idea.